last night. Hello and welcome back to another video with me. We are here today on Quarantine Kitchen. We're like on unofficial, like stay inside please. So if you need to have some non-perishable kind of items in your pantry that are vegan, or you want to just try some out, what the heck? Let me show you some of mine that I always have in my pantry. If they're not in the pantry, we always run out and we get some more, kind of like the day of. First up today, I have my noodles, my nudes. These are always in the pantry, noodles of some type. We have these chickpea noodles that we found at Sam's Club. The only ingredient is chickpeas, very high in protein. I like them. The ones that we just had last night are these garden rotini noodles that we found at Sam's Club as well. It is just wheat, tomato powder, and spinach powder, so not much to it. Definitely vegan. They're yummy. Last night we had it with some tomato sauce, some vegetables, and some faux chicken on syrup, and it was delicious. So good. Number 2, we have our canned beans. These are probably the best refried beans you will ever have in your entire life. When I have them, I just can't stop eating them. It's kind of a problem. And then, you know, the little, the fibrous nature of these kind of get some body stuff moving, if you know what I mean. So you gotta like watch out, because these are good and they get your butt moving. But these are the Amy's brand. They are black beans. They're a little more on the pricey side, whereas a regular can of refried beans would be like $1 to $2. These are a solid $3. Use them sparingly, but they are good. Next up, we have our any kind of canned soup. I really love the Amy's brand of soups. She has a really good lentil vegetable soup that is just incredible. I love it. But I ate all of those and I'm left with this tomato one, which is good. It just has a little bit more of like a tomato peppery flavor. So if you like tomatoes, this is para ti. And the next thing that is pretty much in every single meal, and Eric has to kind of tell me to not put as much on things that I make because I love it so much. He just doesn't necessarily want to eat it all the time over everything, get it doused in it, is nutritional yeast. I love it. I have 2 different kinds. I believe this is a Walmart brand of nutritional yeast. I also have Bob's Red Mill as my backup. Like I saw this one getting low and I bought this one. I have a problem. But nutritional yeast is a big source of vitamin B12, and that is very necessary as a vegan. I tend to kind of fall off the wagon when it comes to B12 a lot. So I have to kind of just watch that, and sprinkling this on stuff just kind of keeps me, you know, where it should be. And it also kind of has this taste of cheese, so yee. Next, I don't know, I'm laughing so hard. We have Skinny Pop. In our household, we eat so much Skinny Pop that I think it's a problem. Like, I don't feel skinny anymore. We eat it so much, and we usually make like 2 bags at a time. But anyways, that's besides the point. This is the microwavable kind, which I love this one, whereas Eric kind of likes the ones that are pre-popped and come in the bags. So we kind of switch back and forth. But yeah, this is definitely a staple in our pantry. Ciao. Next up, I have these Dulse flakes that I have taken out of their original packaging. I can't remember why, but I have now rehomed it in this little jar that is not necessarily the cutest thing in the world, but it's pretty poppin'. But Dulse flakes are really good for B12, iron, calcium, and potassium. They give you kind of a, I would call it a fishy flavor, but it's more like a seaweed-esque flavor. You don't have to sprinkle a lot on, but if you just kind of get a little bit here and there, it really adds up and gives you some nutrients that you might not be getting. So I kind of have this and I'm just slowly hacking away at my little stash, but this is always in the pantry and I use it often. Unbeknownst to Eric, he probably doesn't know this is in everything, but it is. The next thing that's probably always in the pantry is peanut butter. Put it on bread, I put it on apples, probably more often than I put it on anything else. I just chop up a green apple and then I will eat this. I'll get like a glob of peanut butter and I will eat it with that apple. I am a fan of these. I'm a fan of the chunky peanut butter. It is muy superior to creamy peanut butter. If you think otherwise, fight me. Moving on. Next up, I always have chia seeds. These are great to add to any protein shake. They just add a little bit more bulk and they give you some omega-3s and essential fatty acids, which you kind of need because you're not eating fish as a vegan. So this kind of helps with that nutrient department as well, and also gives some nice body to things. You can also do overnight oats, throw that in there, and they kind of bulk up and they get this really kind of fun jello-esque texture to them. They kind of like remind me of tapioca that you would find in like the tapioca pudding. So these are really good and high in nutrients. This is always in the pantry. And honestly, a big bag like this was $3 at TJ Maxx, and I can't tell you how long I've had this. Well, it's good by December 1st, 2020, so we're good. This will not go bad. Next up, I always have a everything bagel spice of some sort in the pantry. I've gone through a couple that I was just like, I grabbed them because we ran out, but it wasn't the Trader Joe's kind. And the Trader Joe's kind is very superior to all other everything bagel spices. So I am trying to cherish this one. I usually will buy 2 or 3 at a time, and I just keep this in the cupboard. There's not much in it. It's just like sesame seeds, sea salt, minced garlic, minced onion, sesame seeds, and poppy seeds in here. So you just add a little bit more flavoring to everything, and it just is bomb.com. What?
Bomb.com?
Yeah, I used bomb.com because I'm a cool kid, right?
Yes. Cool.
Am I the coolest kid of cool kids?
All the cool kids.
Okay. Last but not freaking least, it's probably the worst thing to have in our pantry, but we always have some, are the kids. We always have them in our pantry. Eric's favorite flavor is green and mine is red and blue. Of course, the only color left in here is orange because that is the worst flavor. We also have kind of gone over to the big kids. They have super big heads and little big bodies. They taste better in our opinion. So if you haven't tried these, go for it. Also, if you didn't know, they're accidentally vegan. There's no gelatin involved, and most of these kind of candies, like these little gummy candies, all have gelatin. So, but this one is good to go. So if you didn't know that, now you know. My super short show, if you remember that, let me know. Do you remember that, Eric?
No.
Disney Channel, come on. They do like some cool, like, my super short show? I don't know. Okay.
I didn't have Disney Channel as a kid.
Exactly. So this was a quick and dirty video, but those are 10 things that I always have in my pantry that are all vegan. So if you wanted to go run out and try those, I swear by them all. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, a thumbs up if you didn't. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss another video with me. And also don't forget to ring the bell if you want to know every time that I post a new video. Just, you know, it'll let you know when there's a new video coming out, so, you know. Tell me more, like the sheet have cut. What?
You just activate the dishwasher.
I just opened it. I'm like riding it like a horse.
Right.
I'm like that. 10 off. I'm not. I need coffee.
Damn it.
What are you? You're gonna go run? What are you doing? Oh, take you, baby!
Yeah, that's for coffee.
Take you!